Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and uh, I'm late and I don't have it all done. So I'll start out with the the situation. I This is my third. It was supposed to be my final video in the Let's Finish Some Class Projects series, and I haven't had the time to what happens when I do base pages, and this is why I don't do, other than the Vicki Boutin classes, I don't tend to do base pages very much unless on a one-off, like when I'm doing for Scrap Backwards. What that's all about is starting out with your embellishments and letting that help you choose your papers, and you design a page, and then you figure out what photos and stories you want to tell, and it sometimes leads to you telling stories and using photos that you might not otherwise have thought to scrap about. And that's good. Every once in a while, I would never, and I do not do it every page, as you have seen since Scrap Backwards came about. But it this when I do this, what I do, I don't, well, most of you know that my grandchildren are older and they're not just hanging around playing around the house so that I can take lots of pictures. And I'm old and tend to stay in a lot more than I used to. So my selection of photos kind of relies on ones that James takes, and he may or may not post them to Instagram or Facebook. And those of you who follow him or who see his posts find it hard to believe that there's anything he doesn't post there, and I agree with you. Um, and others are like this series of photos in this two-page spread came from Katie herself. So I'm just gonna quickly go through these. What I've done is 3 double-page spreads. I selected the photos, sized them, printed them, and put them on, and then added some additional embellishments to finish the pages off. So I'm going to start with this one. This is a 2-page spread. If you'll recall, it had this stripe that came off the end of this, which is a big gigantic tag. And in the original design, Vicky's design, there was a yellow cardstock mat on top of this green, and I only had one left, or I had a small piece. So I just kind of put some yellow there, which reflects the yellow that's here and here. And these are all photos from a hair show in New York City that Katie not only attended as a stylist, but she was the model here for her salon owner, who was. Um, it's a very prestigious thing to style on stage at the show, and who she was styling was Katie. So Angie is this is the stage scene where Angie was doing Katie's hair. This is I love this picture in New York City where Katie is talking to someone on the street. I love this where she's looking down. In she's in Times Square there, and this was at the hotel where she and another stylist in her salon were posing for some photos. And I added these leaves. Just I wanted to fill out the size of this photo. I wanted to leave some green background, but I didn't want that much showing, so I added a couple leaves here, and I added one leaf here so that there would be leaves on both pages. I added, there's a ladybug here, so that's good for that page, and there's one here now on this page, and there's this little thing that says the star of the show, proud of how far you have come, saving the memories, facts, there's scissors there. I just can't even tell you how much I love these 2 pages, and I think Katie will as well. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. And then this is a two-pager that leaves a lot of the pattern paper art showing. And I like that. I don't like covering up all of Vicky's art. I love this page that has, it's like the spiral notebook, and it's got the ink spots, and then there was some stenciling. This was part of Vicky's design. Some stenciling, brushing on some of the yellow color, and that's usually mustard seed. And then this was meant for two by two photos, and I kind of covered up the bridge with this sticker, and I used this as the cover to the menu at Mellow Mushroom. They're celebrating 50 years, and so that was the there's a 50-year-old car in it. I just love the colors, as you can imagine. And then Barrett was working at there, and this was the three of us. This was when I still had the sling on my arm. And this is a photo of the sunset that we got to watch as we were eating our pizza. So we sat outside. It was really nice. James is wearing his autumn leaf shirt, and I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt because for me it's always summer. And if it's not summer, I'm doing anything I can to remind myself that summer's coming. So I love this. I love it. Doesn't bother me that these are kind of muted pastel colors. The background doesn't have a lot of brights, and yet I've got bright colors in my photos. To me, it makes them stand out. And there are some bright colors, in the moths and the paintbrush here. Again, I love this page. So, and I put this here to kind of fill in this little cluster of feathers. And I've added feathers, I think, to another page. What did I do with this one? This one goes, this isn't one that I did today. And so I'm going to put that away. And these are some photos of Katie and Dallas. And it's just I used the sizes that were there. When I printed my photos, they were bigger than the mat, so I just offset them a little bit so that the mat just kind of goes around. And this one was the same, so I did that the same way. Up at the top of the paintbrushes, I added these flowers. What else did I do here? I added the word strip saying having fun to the typewriter paper, and I put a little bird there just to kind of I wanted this cluster to be more important, and I added this little twig kind of going up the length of the photo. Just little things that occurred to me as part of the design. I added this little arrow and the tab that says in a mood, and the word reminder that says when life gets blurry, adjust the focus. So I love, these are some photos that Katie picked out for a page of her own, and I decided to use the same photos in a page that would go into my album. So there we go. Those are my pages, and that's the end of the video. I'm going to bring my laptop down, and I'm going to end this, and I'm going to go do some errands, and then I'll come back and do a few more pages. I may have a second video today, but this is the end of video number 3, and I will see you later for video number 4. Bye.